an insider in the political coalition to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Mr. Ralph Nwosu, the former chairman of the African Democratic Congress, adopted by the coalition as the political platform for the deposition of Tinubu, has revealed that there are 7 persons itching to be the presidential flag bearer of the party, ADC. Who are the 7? Here they are. 1, Atiku Abubakar from the Northeast, Peter Obi, Southeast, Rotimi Amechi, South, Nasir El-Rufai, Northwest, Bamidele Ajadi, Southwest, and Sule Lamido, Northwest. So, where is conscience? Where is conscience? Where is morality in this mess? So, these people are ganging up for another injustice, because any coalition based on political injustice, political inequity, is bound to end up in injustice and inequity. So, they want to take advantage of the prevailing situation, as the All Progressives Congress did in 2015, because in truth, the situation of Nigeria was bad. As I keep saying, and as you know, at least those of you who are adults or mature enough to know what was happening during the presidency of Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan. It was terrorism at its highest level in Nigeria. Worse than under Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, who started it, because the Boko Haram Muslim community had not consolidated for war when Umaru Musa Yar'Adua started the war. So by the time Jonathan came up to continue the war, Boko Haram had solidified, had allied itself with international terrorist organizations, including Al-Qaeda. You see it? So, to reinforce itself. And that's why it withstood the government of Nigeria with all the military might of Nigeria. That time, second to none in Africa. Well, second probably to Egypt and South Africa. But otherwise, President Olusegun Obasanjo left a robust cohesive forces. You see, our army, our police, our air force, our navy, they were really among the best in Africa, not to exaggerate, among the best in Africa. But now, what do we have left? A shadow of what Obasanjo left behind. But where I'm going is that the All Progressive Congress that came giving the impression that something positive was going to happen. So I lost hope in President Muhammadu Buhari the day I read his poster, "I will defeat Boko Haram." Otherwise, until that day, I was his fanatical supporter. And now, look at the faces of people coming to overthrow APC, with particular reference to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, who said he told Obasanjo to wage war on the Boko Haram Muslim community. And even though Obasanjo did not, he claimed that Obasanjo did. Did he then eradicate the Boko Haram community? And where did that happen? In the corner of Atiku's room, I hope, or in his mind, not in Nigeria. Otherwise, the Boko Haram Muslim community made no headline throughout the presidency of Olusegun Obasanjo. So this is the type of person now, on top of those who want to contest against Tinubu, so that what may happen? Atiku is as desperate as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We now see that it is not only Atiku who is desperate, like Tinubu, who's insisted it was his own turn to become Nigeria's president. Oh my God. So, revealing a secret deal, a secret conspiracy on Nigeria. And now these northerners and even southerners that have no respect for zonal justice. So, no respect for north-south justice, no respect for zonal justice. So, what do you expect from a coalition based on injustice? So, these people are messing up the coalition. And I must say that Peter Obi must not compromise his presidential aspiration, except a fellow Southeasterner comes up to contest with him, and Nigerians prefer that person to Peter Obi Shikena, because in justice, the presidential slot should be conceded to the Southeast if there will be North, South, and zonal justice. In the absence of North, South, and zonal justice, what are we talking about? That means we are talking of North, South, and zonal injustice or injustices. The drivers of the coalition, who, because of Atiku Abubakar and his dollars, and the others who are ready to sacrifice some billions of naira to compromise justice. Nigerians should be scared of them. So if it comes to Peter Obi going it alone in whatever political party, Nigerians must go there, because without justice, there can be no peace. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is again fooling himself, telling the military there is no more mercy for terrorists. I give you my permission to deal ruthlessly with terrorists. Who are you fooling? Did Umaru Musa Yar'Adua not deal ruthlessly with the terrorists, so-called terrorists? Jonathan squandered his 4 years perpetrating the worst form of terrorism, but of course not second to that of Muhammadu Buhari. And now, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what started since 2009 till 2025, you are now saying, I empower the military to deal ruthlessly with terrorists. Who are the terrorists? You, Nigeria's rulers, you are the terrorists. Terrorism started with Umaru Musa Yar'Adua and hair of the Fulani Muslim jihadist warriors We can't run away from that. And Goodluck Ebele Asukwe Jonathan, an heir of the Christian Crusade warriors. Muhammadu Buhari, an heir of the jihadist warriors. Tinubu, an heir of jihadist warriors. So the war mentality came in, enthroned, entrenched by Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, a Muslim jihadist and heir of jihadist warriors. And so, what are we talking about? I empower, you empower. So, Buhari did not empower them. Jonathan promised to eradicate Boko Haram in 6 months. That was 2011 or 2012. He said, in 2011, he said he will eradicate the Boko Haram Muslim community in 6 months. He failed to do it. Boko Haram survived until he ended his 4-year tenure and defeated in the presidential election. Muhammadu Buhari came promising to eradicate the Boko Haram Muslim community in 6 months. He could not do it in 8 years. But, oh my God, Tinubu, where is your conscience? Even where is your brain? Where is your brain? Because if you are smart, if you are, of course, I know you are smart, but you are smart in a negative way, you know. And Atiku is coming, saying he want to do what Tinubu Olusegun Obasanjo failed to do, attack Boko Haram with army. So already we know the result. Should Atiku come in, or anybody from the northwest, heirs of jihadist warriors, you know, look at the state of the north, the Muslim north, the Christian southeast. Look at the state, and that's why I'm telling Peter Obi, we want to support you in the name of north-south justice and zonal justice, but not because you are a saint. At the same time, your Christian mentality, due to which you were in Rome for the burial of one pope and the enthronement of another pope. Anybody fanatical Christian or Muslim drunk with Christianity and Islam cannot rule Nigeria well, you know, because you know the war against Boko Haram is attached to Islam, and Jonathan bribed the leadership of Christian Association of Nigeria to key into the war. So, and that is what we are going to continue after overthrowing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That will be hopeless, but at least we want to start from somewhere. North-South justice, zonal justice. That is a level of justice, but now there's no justice, really, geopolitically and economically, no justice. So, but if we start with North-South and zonal justice, we hope to arrive eventually at religious justice also. Our constitution prohibits state religion. Our rulers are imposing Islam and Christianity on Nigeria. Where do we expect to land? And these vultures, hawks, coming to hover around the coalition, to ditch it, to re-enthrone another APC in another gap. That will be terrible. So if Peter Obi has to go it alone, whatever party he adopts and adopts him, Nigerians, if you love justice, if you know that without justice there will be no peace or progress, then open your eyes wide and be ready to act. Don't sit on the fence. If you do, Nigeria will continue as it were, because the All Progressive Congress promised change, positive change. That was their slogan, but nothing came out of it. Nothing. In fact, something came out of it worse than before. worse than under the PDP. Though the PDP was perpetrating war against the Boko Haram, perpetrating corruption, and to it, APC under Muhammadu Buhari and Bola Ahmed Tinubu added herdsmen terrorism, all of them tugging at Nigeria. And then to go and consider all this, Aregbesola is from the southwest. What did he do in Osun State? He promoted Islam, Christianity, and African traditional religion. Is that what the Constitution asks him to do? Or that he should allow religionists to take care of their own religions and politicians to take care of Nigeria? Instead, Tinubu is removing subsidies from basic necessities of life to subsidize Hajj. How will is exactly what Aregbesola did in Osun State? Is Osun State witnessed religious crisis, taking over missionary schools and imposing hijab on the schools. So what has he to offer? Dirty politicians without conscience, without morality. So the only person who represents a modicum of justice is Peter Obi. Unless another person comes to contest with him from the southeast, that's the only person that can be considered. On condition that Nigerians prefer his record to the record of Peter Obi. Otherwise, these hawks, these vultures, political vultures, oh, you want to take advantage of the prevailing circumstances. That was what APC did, and this is where we find ourselves. And so we must come out of our foolishness to wisdom, because we should have learned our lesson, and these same people are coming up. Yes, we want to give you benefit of doubt, but not becoming vultures, truncate north, south, and zonal justice. What then do you have for Nigeria?